And as you know, guys, on this show, we talk about a lot of stuff, Web3 and among other stuff. I'm so excited to see that you guys are here. So today I'll start with a very brief message, and it's just to congratulate everyone who participated in the weekend open mic. We had a talk about over the weekend, and it was so amazing. I remember you guys, whenever you're with me here over the weekend, it's always an amazing show. We had a lot of stuff. Those who missed, I don't know, but next week still you can come through. Kay is saying, hey, hey Kay, I'm so happy to meet you. I hope you're doing good, Kay. It's exciting to meet you. So as I told you guys over the weekend, we had a talk about, it was so amazing. And as you know, every week I never miss. I'm always here with you guys. So once again, I'm back with you guys. So over the weekend we had a talk about, we spoke about privacy and confidentiality on blockchain, and then we talked about tokenization. So concerning privacy, just a quick recap. Many of you discussed the fact that blockchains are open. They have what we call an open ledger. All transactions can be viewed by everyone. So the question is, how can one have something maybe transact privately without anyone knowing or noticing that they are actually transacting? So a number of guest speakers shared their opinions, and one eye-catching opinion was the fact that account owners, like for example, EOS wallet owners, you cannot know their real identity. What I mean is that most of these account owners have accounts which are pseudonymous in nature. What I mean is that they don't use their real identity, because on the blockchain, as we all know, you don't need to use your national ID or whatever or passport to register. So that makes it easier for one to hide their identity, and these kind of mechanisms where you can transact without being noticed are like the side chains. And we realized on EOS, actually, we have ZEOS. You can transact without being known. That's your identity. You can hide your identity while transacting, and that's amazing. Stefan is saying, Hazard, full of vibes. How are you doing, Japheth? What do you mean by that? It's kind of hard for me to contemplate, but happy to meet you, Japheth. Who else is here in the comment section? Keep the comments coming through. I see a number of you sending in your EOS accounts. Yes, happy to meet all of you, and I'm so excited to meet all of you indeed. So, and then we had another discussion about tokenization. So once again, we realized that various projects on blockchain have tokenized their projects. Speaking of which, we talked about the gaming sector that has tokenized its in-game assets, among others. We talked about the NFT sector. So it was so amazing. So we realized that tokenization has a number of benefits. So it benefits both the community and the project owners. If it's the gaming world, it's the developers. So that's about tokenization. And today we are going to talk about something amazing too. And I'm so excited. So I don't know if you guys have heard of EOS Labs. So I'm going to talk about two amazing things. First one being Yield Plus, and then EOS Labs. But I'll start with EOS Labs actually, then Yield Plus later. So there was a proposal presented to the ENF by the EOS Labs. So this is an incubator basically aimed at enhancing the competitiveness of the EOS ecosystem within the intensely challenging Web3 landscape. So for those who don't know EOS Labs, basically EOS Labs would serve as an independent organization designed to facilitate the ecosystem development, and while collaborating with the existing entities such as the ENF and the ENV. Have you guys heard of the ENV? It's the EOS venture capital, if you guys have heard of it. So to achieve its objectives, in other words, so the objectives of the EOS Labs basically are data-driven approach, of which they will utilize a data-driven approach. EOS Labs would also monitor critical metrics such as total value locked, which is sometimes called the TVL, daily transactions, daily active addresses, and daily active users to make informed decisions and integrate this data effectively across the ecosystem. So you can see that EOS Labs is a game changer. For those who haven't heard of it, I'm trying to highlight some of the things. Another objective of the EOS Labs basically would be ecosystem coordination, of which EOS Labs will act as a dedicated team to provide guidance for the ecosystem development, among which this would include conducting market and investment research to the identity of valuable opportunities within the DeFi and broader Web3 industry. So if you really understand what I'm talking about, please let me know in the chat area. I would like to know if you've picked a thing or two about EOS Labs. I'm not yet done. I'll still tell you more, but I want to know if you guys are understanding where we are heading. EOS Labs is a game changer. So I just want to highlight about it, then we go ahead. I'm seeing a number of you coming through. There's someone, Louis, he's already commenting down there. Keep the conversations coming through. I'll be reading some of them. Okay, back to EOS Labs. The roles and responsibilities include research and incubation. I've talked about this earlier, but EOS Labs will conduct intensive research on industry trends, DeFi protocols, and niche markets within the Web3 space to identify potential projects and investment opportunities to benefit EOS and EOS community as a whole. Among other roles, there would be collaboration, of which that's common knowledge, you know. So EOS Labs will collaborate with projects in the pipeline, including those under the EOS grant framework, to assess their value in terms of that data, traffic, and their potential contribution to the EOS ecosystem. The other role would be business development. By taking on the business development role, it's currently managed by the ENF. So EOS Lab is taking up this role, and its aim is to further insulate the network from potential security concerns, ensuring a more secure and robust ecosystem. So EOS Labs is kind of taking some few roles from the ENF. And another big aspect about this is that there will not be increased funding from the block producers, but they will split like 25% towards the EOS Labs. So that's one thing you should know. And another aspect about this, I will talk about, let's look at the benefits, maybe justifications for the EOS Labs. For those who are wondering, why is it coming up right now? It's going to try to maintain a competitive edge. In this, I would say that the highly competitive industry, which is the Web3 industry, sometimes called the blockchain, the dedicated efforts of the EOS Labs will help to EOS to maintain its competitive edge by proactively improving the ecosystem. And also another justification is it will act as an independent entity. And another one is the fact that it will enhance collaboration. So that's the brief background about EOS Labs. And as I told you, it will also receive a separate funding from the block producers. And it's, I think, a game changer right now. And it will do a lot to improve the ecosystem. So before I go ahead, let me look at some of the comments. Okay, let me see some of you already commenting. Louis is saying daily active users and monthly users. Let me see. Stefan Jaffet is saying, sound like the EOS ecosystem won't function well without EOS Labs. Okay, that's your take. Louis is saying, grassroots projects didn't need EOS Labs. Yes, it will help, but it's not brand new. So these developments, obviously, and I'm seeing some of your comments. Okay, keep them coming through. I'll be reading some of them. If it's important before it even exists. Yes, I can't wait to see how it will help. So the EOS Labs will take on so many duties, as we shall see. And indeed, you're right. Let's wait for the developments. Okay, I'm seeing some of your opinions. Your people is saying I am late. Your people, you're welcome. I want to see some other eye-catching comment. It's only Louis who is commenting. Okay, Stefan is saying the existence is the reason Haza is having this lecture. I guess, yes, we are yes to see the significance of EOS Labs. Okay, thanks for the conversations, both from Stephanie and Louis. Okay, thanks for coming through with that feedback. I think that's all from the I'm seeing some of your comments. Okay. Someone is saying I disagree with Stephanie. What did Stephanie say right here? I don't see Stephanie's comment. But anyway, let's go ahead. Louis B still goes on to say that tokenization is the future of the world, even real world assets. Yes, we talked about this over the weekend. It was a very brilliant way to end the week with the number of guest speakers talking about tokenization. It was such an amazing week. Actually, you guys are welcome. For those who haven't attended the weekend open mics, you guys can come through. It's open to everyone. All you do is hit my DM and then we can have a discussion. So Hanson goes on to say that the labs are a void idea, but I hope it won't be like Binance Labs. I looked money on 1st August. I'm gonna wait till 30th. Wow. Okay. For those who want to read more, I think let me share sort of like a link to the blog producer meeting where they talked about EOS Labs. For those who want to read more about EOS Labs, because I see it has taken a lot of your attention. If you want to really understand more about EOS Labs. So I've really shared that already, so you guys can read more. Another update is about the sunsetting of the Yield Plus. So the Yield Plus liquidity rewards program on EOS has come to an end. I don't know if you guys have heard about this before. I don't know. You guys can let me know. Have you heard about this before, that the Yield Plus rewards program is coming to an end? I want to know if you guys have heard about this. Anyway, Lewis is saying you won't be able to invest in EOS Labs like you do in Launchpads and all this crypto. Have you guys understood that? You don't need to invest in it. Okay, keep the conversations coming in. Okay, now let's talk about Yield Plus. Have you guys heard of Yield Plus? Anyways, so if you haven't heard about Yield Plus, it has been in existence for approximately 12 months now. And they have so far distributed 125,000 EOS per month across 10 protocols. And this is in an effort to increase the opportunities for the app developers to be rewarded and EOS users to earn yield on the EOS mainnet. So while the program aimed to foster innovation and competition within the EOS ecosystem, a number of challenges emerged over time, including which, despite the program's goals, there was a noticeable lack of new protocols being incentivized to join. So a majority of 84% of all yield benefited a singular entity instead of promoting diversity and dynamism within the ecosystem. So over 84% of all the yield just benefited just a single entity. So also another point is the fact that protocols came to rely on Yield Plus for regular operation expenses, counter to the program's intent of providing a temporary catalyst for business development and growth opportunities. The other point why it would come to an end was the fact that there has been a growing appreciation that should be the subsidy of decrease, and also token holders might withdraw their support, suggesting that protocols were not adequately providing value to their token holders and a critical element for success of the program. So all this said, Yield Plus was not without merits. However, during a volatile market phase, Yield Plus played a pivotal role in stabilizing TVL on EOS. If you don't TVL, I've talked about this and you guys already know about TVL. So this has prevented a significant downturn. So TVL in simple terms is total value locked, for those who didn't know that term. Anyway, additionally, it incentivized 10 protocols to continue building and innovate on EOS. However, considering the overarching challenges, the decision to close Yield Plus is in the best interest of the broad EOS community. So that's about Yield Plus. And on 6th August, if you guys didn't know about this, an MSEG was proposed and subsequently passed. So that set the Yield Plus distribution rate to 0 and effectively ending the program. And as the main recipient of the funds, the cornerstone of the EOS DeFi ecosystem, DeFi box will modify part of the agreement revenue distribution through proposals and optimize costs to reduce reliance on yield plus subsidies, and during the transition period to protect the interest of the users. So that's about yield plus, and I would like to know your feedback. So it has come to an end, but obviously there has been a lot of benefits, as we have talked about. It did not go without any big benefits. Obviously, yield plus has done a lot, as I discussed. So let me say some of the feedback about this. You guys, I know it has been a shocker. Many of you didn't expect this, but yeah, yield plus has come to an end. Let me see. Okay, so a number of comments. Okay, I'm seeing a number of comments, but let's go ahead. I'll read your comments later. Let's go ahead with the other aspects. I'm seeing a number of you commenting, but I want to read your comments, but I kind of don't have much time to read all of them. Okay. Keep the conversations coming through. You can converse amongst yourselves. So let's look at something else. So another important aspect is the EOS Web IDE. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but it's also an amazing aspect and let's talk about. So you can start building on EOS in minutes, basically, and this is a big game changer for developers, all those interested in developing DApps on EOS. So even if you haven't developed any DApp on EOS, actually, you can start now. So if you're an aspiring developer, this is for you. And with Web IDE, you can write and deploy your smart contracts on the Django testnet or EOS mainnet with ease, to ensure that developers can quickly and easily enter the ecosystem. So the ENF director for development relations, that's Nathan James, and his team have been actively building valuable resources like the EOS developer documentation and EOS Learn and Earn portal. So the new EOS Web IDE will empower developers with an efficient and user-friendly tool for learning and building on EOS with zero setup requirements. So you guys can try it out. If you have some background knowledge in developing, this tool is here to help you fulfill your dream. So for those who don't know what Web IDE is and why does it matter, in simple words, Web IDE is an integrated development environment and runs in your browser. So it allows you to write, compile, and deploy your smart contract to the blockchain without ever leaving your browser or installing any software, okay? So currently, new developers face challenges getting up and running on the EOS mainnet quickly, such as the complexities of setting up a local development environment, which can be especially daunting for those new to the Web3 space. So the EOS Web IDE aims to streamline this onboarding process by providing developers with necessary tools to create the apps with a much lower barrier to the entry. So guys, I don't know if you really like this idea or the new projects, that's the Web IDE, because it's actually a game changer for new developers on the space who are having hardships with creating the apps. So the key features about the IDE, basically code highlighting and autocomplete. There is also build WebAssembly directly from the browser. There is also deploy projects to the Django or mainnet if effortlessly. So another big aspect about this is you can interact with deployed contracts on the Django, and also automatic code saving. So that's amazing. That's all I can say about the Web IDE. So guys, I want some feedback in case you you're interested in this. Is there any developer right now who feels like it's exciting?